Huh? How's that for an exciting start to the vlog? Taking out the garbage. Couple things happened today. I'm having a pretty good morning. I've been having a very good sleep the last few days. Last night we hit 3,000 subscribers on this channel, which is amazing. I'm enjoying this channel so much. I only meant to be doing like a video, maybe 2 videos a week. And I've been doing one every day just because it's so much fun to just sit and talk. So yeah, a couple hints on today's video of what it's going to be about is, well, the coffee mug I got this morning, Mickey, and it starts off by saying, "Some mornings are rough." And I got Donald Duck in the back. So today I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about Disney, but a lot of things at the same time. Again, I'm having a good morning. I broke 193 last night. I'm down to 192.4, I think it was. So I'm on my goal to be under 190 by the end of the weekend. So ooh, fingers crossed if I can get 2.4 pounds, at least down to 191, I'll be happy. But let's just say a lot of things have been happening during the pandemic. A lot of businesses are hurting. They're going under. A lot of businesses have still kept paying employees even though there's really no work for them to do or very little work. Other companies have skyrocketed. Amazon has went up 35% last year because of how much business people are doing by just ordering online now. But one company we always thought was pretty darn strong, especially coming off of 2019, was Disney. Disney has the theme parks, they have the hotel system, they just bought TV, they have Hulu, they launched Disney Plus, and their movies are making billions of dollars in the theater. And then the pandemic hit. And there was no money coming in for the movies. There's no billion-dollar movies coming in anymore. Disney Plus, they couldn't film, so very little content on Disney Plus. Their theme parks have been closed. Disneyland, the start of it all, will be closed for over a year before one person is allowed back in. Isn't that, who would have ever thought that could possibly happen? So I am going to take some of my comments with a little bit of grain of salt. That, they are hemorrhaging money and they need to do whatever they can. They just laid off 30-some thousand employees, but they have, I think his name is Bob Chapek, is now in charge of the Disney parks. And he's known as a penny pincher. He's known as everything for the stocks, everything for the shareholders, and your experience with Disney be damned. He could care less as long as the money keeps rolling in. And a lot of people have always said, well, you know what? It doesn't really matter what Disney does because people are still going to go to Disney no matter what. But I think there may be a time right now where they are approaching the point where people just say, the heck with Disney, we're not going to go anymore. Disney no longer is coming up with their own, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs ride, and Peter Pan rides, and Small World, and Pirates of the Caribbean. They're coming up with Star Wars. Well, if you don't like Star Wars, you could care less. They're coming up with Avatar. Well, if you don't like Avatar, you could care less. They're coming up with lands now instead of rides for lands and themes. So that could be a problem for them. But they're also cutting back now all their entertainment staff. They got rid of a lot of the musical performers, the bands that play when you walk around and they're playing, the bands are playing in different areas, and the dancers are around. Got rid of all those people. Singers at their hotel, like the Luau show at the Polynesian Resort, got rid of them all. Things that people love to go see, and some of the things that just absolutely bring the magic to the Magic Kingdom. And now they're doing some other things. One of the best things about being a tourist, say from Canada, is that I can fly into Orlando, and sitting there waiting for me will be a bus. The Magical Express. I hop on the bus, it brings me to my hotel. I don't have to worry about how to find my hotel, how much an Uber is going to cost me, how much a taxi is going to cost me, flagging one down if there's none around. There's the Magical Express. It also brings me back to the airport. I don't have to worry about getting there. I don't have to pack things. I just don't have to worry about that system. And that's going away. They're just taking that away now. Nope, sorry, we're not going to do that anymore. You got to find your own way to our hotels. So that's a perk that they're taking away, besides all the other things they've been taking away. All the entertainment value that's normally there, they're just taking it away. Getting rid of character experiences, taking it away. Less and less and less, and their prices have not dropped. And now the thing that brought all this on is I've been reading, I follow Disney because I like Disney. I like to go to Disney. And normally Disney World is the one that's hit. It's the bigger park. More tourists go there than locals, and so they hit that as hard as possible. Disneyland is a locals park. 70% of the business is all from people in the area, so that they're very loyal to Disneyland. And now they just announced that there's not going to be any more park, yearly passes. So they say, we're canceling it all and we're going to refund you whatever money you have back. And we'll see what happens in the future, basically. And they're going to come up with their own system. Now does anybody in their right mind think that when you're a pass holder, you also get perks? You get, sometimes early hours to the park. You get a special day a year that you can go to the park. You get discounts in the park because you're buying your pass for the year. You're saying, I'm going to spend this much money in your park minimum every year. So to get that, they get the benefits. Great, great. Who thinks that that's still going to stick around? Who thinks Disney is not going to cut that way back? First of all, the passes will probably go way up. Second of all, a lot of those perks will be gone. You won't get them anymore. They'll disappear if you get any perks at all anymore. In fact, they might not even bring it back. They may bring in a new system that a lot of people were talking about on boards last night, chat boards, saying they may bring in a user, like a user amount. So instead of buying a yearly pass, you buy 10 visits. And if you want to buy 10 visits, they're this much. If you want to buy 20 visits, they're this much. If you want to buy 30 visits, it's this much. But maybe no perks. So they're going to make you commit to how many you want to go during the year. And you're going to have to make a reservation to go as well. You're not going to be able to just show up at the park like you can now in a lot of places. So people in Disney, especially in Anaheim, they're just losing their minds today over stuff. It seems like everything is being taken away, canceled, cut back. I mean, even Star Wars Land, their big Star Wars, we're spending billions of dollars. In Star Wars Land, they were supposed to have little robotic droids walking around like R2-D2. And they, you know what, we're going to cut that. We're going to cut that. We don't need that. We're going to stick an X-Wing over here and that should be good enough. So, little things that were going to make things that little extra special. I don't know. Magical Express is one of the reasons I stayed at a Disney hotel. I spent the extra money. Now, if I'm going to have to rent my own car or take an Uber, instead of spending $600 a night at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, I might as well go spend $200 a night and stay in a suite at the Four Seasons, right beside Disney. Because they keep you're losing the benefit to me now. If you keep taking and taking and taking, it makes us care less. I mean, go to Universal now. Their hotels they haven't taken anything away. They're still building. They're still doing their entertainment, still going. Their hotels haven't gone up in prices. They haven't started cutting everything. And Disney is cutting everything. And I think that they're bleeding great. You know what? Instead of saying you're canceling it and stopping these things, say you are putting it on hiatus for now. We have to stop it until this date. Give us a date. You know, for 2021, we are not going to be selling any park, season passes for 2021. Starting in 2022, we'll start the season passes again. That's one thing, but they didn't. They just eliminated it and said something to replace it will be coming in the future. And that something to replace it, sarcastic comment coming, will be more expensive and less than what you get now. Easily less than what you get now. Well, that's my little rant. It's kind of like, I think the company is using the virus and the pandemic to do things that they wanted to do, but they knew people would get upset with, and now they're using that to blame. They're playing the blame game. We had to fire all those singers and dancers because, you know what? COVID. Well, what? You couldn't have found something else for them to do? They couldn't have been the ticket taker for a while? And so you still had that talent when they come back instead of shutting down all your shows? You couldn't, just hold off on the park passes? You had to announce the cancellation of Magical Express buses during this time? What does that got to do with the pandemic? Nothing but cut costs, cut, less, raise prices. And I hate that one of my favorite things to go to and visit and watch on TV is becoming the corporate overlord now instead of Walt's Magic Kingdom. Well, that's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Do you think they're just taking advantage of this? Do you think I'm going to hit 190? Let me know. Can I hit 190 by Monday? So close. Well, I hope you liked this video. If so, hey, why not check out some more of my other videos? I'm loving doing this so far. Thank you for being here. And until next time, well, I'll see you in another video.